Let's see. Oh, you know what's one thing I can talk about? I had a video kind of blow up a little bit. Not too big. I think got like 300 something views. For me, that's big. Some people had good points. Some people just mentioned things. Some people didn't even watch the video. Let's look at this. So I had this video talking about why I personally didn't like Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals, by the way, is a great game, fantastic game. If you're a brawler, if you like playing DPSs and just fighting people. It's supposed to be a team game, but it's not played like, people don't play it like a team game. People just want to brawl. They don't care about the objectives, they don't care about playing with a team, they just by themselves want to do damage and fight people. This guy said, well, depending on the tank, they should brawl. Talking about Venom. He says the supports are super strong. Some of the best survivability as support and insane healing potential. Loki. Yeah, I didn't really play Loki. That wasn't my play style. Like all the jump, like clone shit. Like to be fair, I didn't try him, but I didn't think he'd be my type. And then he said Bronze 3 tends to only to play DPS only. Once you get up in the ranks, it might balance out. But I'm not a ranked player. I don't want to get like too competitive and sweaty. I mean, I still want to have team play. That's what I find fun, is team play. But I don't want to have to like try hard. I just want to be able to like run around and do support shit. And I play casual. And Bronze, if that's what tends to happen only in Bronze 3, then all of casual play plays like it's Bronze 3. Let's see, what was another one? This guy said, so basically like in Overwatch. No. Marvel Rivals is the opposite of Overwatch. Marvel Rivals is very casual. Everybody plays it casually. Unlike Overwatch, where everybody plays it way too competitively and sweaty, like every game, even casual, is ranked. They only play metas. But also, to the opposite of Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, people don't play it like a team. People don't play it like a team game. The matches are quick. Overwatch, you'll have like 15-minute matches. The average match I had in Marvel Rivals, in my 11 hours of playtime, was like 5 minutes. 5.5 minutes. When the matches are that short, people don't care about the objectives. They're all just fighting each other. That's all they want to do, is just fight. It's a quick fight match. Because even if you lose, you just get out of that game, get in the next one, and you fight more. That's why you have so many people playing DPS. I said no, Overwatch is very team play oriented, and people play for it. The games are slower, and roll queue, and all that jazz. Now, to be fair, I don't play Overwatch either because of sweaty meta players made the game stale. Every match of Overwatch just felt the exact same. That's what I replied to. He said, so what you're saying is that you don't know what you're talking about. I am talking about it from my perspective, from my experience playing these games. What I'm saying is my experience playing those games. I've put hundreds of hours into Overwatch. I've put 12 hours into Marvel Rivals, and that was my experience with Marvel Rivals. First, I will correct you. What you are comparing is ranked Overwatch versus Marvel Rivals, which doesn't have ranked. No. First of all, Marvel's Rivals does have ranked. It does have ranked. I played 2 games of Marvel Rivals ranked, and it was even worse than casual. Also, I didn't play Overwatch ranked. I played Overwatch 95% of the time casually. The only ranked in Overwatch I played was like 5 games so I could get the badge for that season. And that was it. If you compare them on a base level, both games aren't the same. No, they're not. Overwatch has role queue and has longer matches. If you compare casual play to casual play, both games are the same. No, they're not. In Marvel Rivals, the matches are quicker, about 5 minutes, 5.5, 6 minutes average. There is no role queue. Marvel Rivals is a new game, so people are still figuring out the mechanics and positioning in destructible terrain. That's fair. But people are only trying to figure out the mechanics of DPSs. And based on your rank in Overwatch, there's basically no difference between casual and ranked. Yeah, because everybody treats casual like it's ranked. Everything below plat is basically casual play with shiny up. No, everybody treats it like ranked. They get super sweaty. They play meta fucking comps, and that's it. They're just, the difference is that they're worse the lower the rank. To teamwork and randoms who do whatever they want. No, because Overwatch has longer matches. People actually pay attention to the objectives, and they have a role queue that forces people to play roles. So even if you have a DPS who is playing like a solo character, like the fucking hero syndrome, main character syndrome, you still have, at minimum, 2 tanks and 2 supports who are in the roles of, I have to tank, I have to support. So as I said, every problem that was mentioned for Marvel Rivals already existed in Overwatch in the last 8 years. No, because Overwatch has role queue. Overwatch has longer matches. One more thing, majority of Marvel Rival players are Overwatch players as well. No, because a lot of the people who put all the time into Overwatch have skins in Overwatch, so it's going to take them longer to transition because they have monetary investment in Overwatch. And then when they do come over to Marvel Rivals, oh look, there's not a role queue. Because you know, the reason why role queue, majority of people in Overwatch still are queuing for DPS, they just have long queue times because role queue. So when they get to Marvel Rivals and there's no role queue, hey, I don't have to worry about queue time, so we're all just going to play DPS. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He clearly didn't fully watch my video either. This guy says, I'm in gold as a pure support player, and whatever you're experiencing is in quick play, where people are there to have fun. If you want team play, play ranked. Also, you're blaming the people, not the game. If they watched the video, they would know. I did try ranked. I had played 2 games of ranked, and the experience was even worse. I didn't blame the players. The way the game isn't bad, it's just not for me. Because the game feels more focused on DPS and brawling than team play and objectives. The quicker matches support a more DPS brawling gameplay than an objective gameplay. And when you don't have role queue, and you have twice as many DPSs as you do tanks and supports, everybody's going to play DPSs. This guy says, in your video, you've only done 2 games, and that isn't enough data to give a solid argument. It was enough for me to be able to share my opinion and experience with it. In those 2 games, that is what I experienced, and that is my opinion on what I experienced. People are so defensive of Marvel Rivals. They don't realize I'm not calling the game bad. It is a great game, it is just not what people like me expected. It is not a team play game. As much as it wants to be, Marvel Rivals is not played like a team played game, from my experience. Now, I haven't played it in over a week, so it could have changed by now. I don't know. But most people just want to play DPSs. Even if they play supports, they're not playing them like supports, they're playing them like DPSs. Even if they play tanks, they're not playing them like tanks, they're playing them like DPSs. Everybody just wants to brawl, nobody cares about the objective. They're quick 5-6 minute matches, and that's just how it is. That's how it's played. That's not for what it is. If that's the experience you want, this is a great game. The gameplay feel, the mechanics for that kind of gameplay is amazing. But for what I wanted as a team play game, similar to Overwatch but more casual, that's not what Marvel Rivals is. That's just... because again, this video did kind of pop off. 305 views. It's more stagnant now. People stopped seeing it, but yeah. Again, Marvel Rivals in itself is not a bad game. If you like brawling, like if you're the kind of person that plays Arena on Smite, if you're the kind of person that plays Team Deathmatch in FPSs, you'll like Marvel Rivals. Because the way it's played is quick 5-6 minute brawl matches. You just go and you fight people. That's what it is. Now, if what you're wanting is team play, if what you want is team play, if you like playing tanks and actually tanking, if you like being supports and actually supporting, or if you're a DPS that is expecting people to tank or support for you, you're not gonna like that. Marvel Rivals isn't for you. You might enjoy playing it, but you're gonna also spend a majority of your time complaining about everything else with it, because nobody else plays it for team play. It's a brawling game. Honestly, in my opinion, if they didn't design characters around roles, and just designed characters to be completely self-sufficient outside of team play, and had it just be team deathmatch or stuff like that, instead of complete push the payload type games, I think Marvel Rivals would be 10 times better. I do. I think it'd be like 10 times better. But that's just my opinion, based on my experiences. You're allowed to disagree with them, but that's just my opinion based on my experiences. Yeah, I just felt like I kind of wanted to talk about that a